Good morning, children. Welcome to our social science class where we are discussing chapter 2, the region kingdom, part 1. And this is our last video of this chapter. Okay, now we have completed Northern Indian kingdom and the Deccan kingdom. I hope you all remember the powerful ruler of Northern Indian. They were the Rajput, Ghaznavids, Pallavas, Ghurids and Gujar Pratiharas, isn't it? And in the Deccan, the powerful kingdom was Rashtrakutas, and we have also discussed about the small kingdom of Deccan, isn't it? I hope you all remember, children. Now, in our today class, we will discuss about the South Indian kingdom. Clear? And in the South Indian, the major powerful kingdom of South were Pallavas, Pandyas and Cholas. So we will discuss about them. Okay. Now children, open your books. So let's begin with our today's topic of discussion, that is South India. Okay. In this South India, we will discuss about three powerful kingdom in the south. Number 1, the Pallavas, second the Pandyas and the third the Cholas. Okay. Now first we will talk about the Pallavas. Clear? Now the Pallavas, they were very powerful in 7th and 8th century. Clear? And their capital was Kanchi. So what was the capital of Pallavas? The capital of Pallavas was Kanchi. Now this Pallavas ruler, they have built many temple, and during their reign they built the beautiful temple which was been made of stone. Okay, but in 9th century what we see is that the Cholas, they defeated the Pallavas, and in this way Pallavas rule came to an end. Clear about Pallavas? Now we will talk about Pandyas. Okay, now Pandyas, they rule the region which in present day at Madurai, and Madurai was the capital city of Pandya also. Clear? And even Madurai during that time was an important center of learning. Clear? So, as you all know, children, that in history, every kingdom, they carry some source of information. Otherwise, how would we know about them? That is how we will know about the kingdom, about the ruler, isn't it? Now, during that time, Marco Polo was a foreign traveler. He visited Pandya's kingdom and he left a detailed account of Pandya's kingdom. Clear? And through the account that was been left by Marco Polo, we come to know, or we can say we get information about the Pandya's kingdom. Clear? And this Pandyas kingdom declined in 14th century. Okay, that is, when does the Pandyas kingdom came to an end? It came to an end in 14th century. Clear about Pandyas? Now next we will talk about the Cholas. Okay, now the Cholas, they established a powerful empire in South India. That is why they were also known as Imperial Cholas. Clear? So what do you mean by imperial, children? It means magnificent. That is, the Cholas, they were magnificent. That means they were very strong and powerful. Clear? And they ruled in South India for nearly 4th century, and the capital of Cholas were Tanjore. Clear? What was the capital? The capital was Tanjore. Clear? The first Chola ruler were Vijay, and he ruled from 846 to 871. Clear? And he ruled the region, that is the region north of Kaveri. In that region he has ruled. Who has ruled? Vijay. Clear? The Cholas, they were having two powerful rulers. Who were they? That was Raja Chola and Rajendra Chola. And this Raja Chola and Rajendra Chola had made the Chola the greatest power in South India. Clear? And these two rulers had given their 100% and they were full dedicated to their empire. Okay, and that's why we can say that they too have taken the Chola empire to the next level, or we can say that they have made the Chola empire the most powerful empire of South India. Clear about Cholas? Now we will talk about Raja Chola. Now Raja Chola, who ruled for about 985 to 1016, and he was also known as Raja I. Clear? And he was a brilliant commander who has defeated Pandyas, and he has also defeated Cheras. Clear? And he had built a strong navy. With the help of this navy only, he used to control trade along the coastal area, and his navy had with the help of the navy only, he captured the part of Sri Lanka and the part of Maldives island. Clear about Raja Chola? Now next we will see about Rajendra Chola. Now Rajendra Chola, he ruled from 1016 to 1044. Clear? He was Raja son. Clear? And he made the Chola empire the most powerful, and he defeated Cheras, he defeated Chalukyas, and also he defeated Pallavas. Clear? After defeating Chera, Chalukyas and Pala, he named himself Gangai Konda Chola. What does he named? He named himself Gangai Konda Chola. Now, what do you mean by Gangai Konda Chola? Children, Gangai Konda Chola means one who had conquered the place up to river Ganga. Clear? Because Rajendra Chola, as he captured all the places of Cheras, Chalukyas and Palas that belonged till, or that was the area was up to river Ganga. So he named himself Gangai Konda Chola. Clear? Why he named himself Gangai Konda Chola? So this is very important. Okay. Now after that, what he did is that he built a new capital at Tanjore and called it as Gangai Konda Chola Puram. Clear? Now when we see the meaning of it, what do we understand is that Gangai means river, Konda means which was brought, and Chola means Chola itself, and Puram means city. Clear about the Gangai Konda Chola Puram? Now, as he has defeated all the three places, and one of the most important campaigns he did was in Southeast Asia. So what did he did out there in Southeast Asia was that in Southeast Asia was basically popular for Indian merchant, for trading. Clear? That's why they were doing they were doing trade in various part of Southeast Asia and southern China. That is Indian merchant, they were doing trade with some parts of Southeast Asia and also in southern China. Now when they have to do trade, they have to pass through Moloka. Clear? But that portion was controlled by the kingdom of Sri Vijay. Clear? Which place they have to cross? They have to cross across Moloka, but that was been under the control of King Sri Vijaya. But Sri Vijaya did not allow the Indian merchant to sail across his region. Clear? Now, so this merchant went to Rajendra Chola for help, and most of the merchants who were doing trade with Southeast Asia and southern China were belong from Chola kingdom. And what Rajendra Chola he did, he sent his fleet. So what is fleet, children? Fleet, it is a group of ships which are basically sailing together. Clear? And Rajendra Chola's fleet defeated Sri Vijaya. king. Clear? Now, after defeat, there was no problem at all out there for doing trade. So, trade went on smoothly. Clear? After defeating Vijaya king. Now, as due to this trade, as trade started they started doing trade very smoothly. So, this due to this trade, the Chola kingdom became very wealthy. Clear? This was an important campaign which he did. Clear? Now, Chola kingdom was very wealthy, but the as Chola kingdom was very wealthy as due to the prosperous of trade, but the successor of Rajendra Chola was engaged in continuous war with the neighboring kingdom. Clear? Now, what will happen? Now, as it was engaged in continuous war, what will happen? It had depleted the treasury of the kingdom and make it weak. Clear? As I had already said you that if any kingdom is in continuously engaged in war, what does it need? It need money to maintain his army, as all necessary equipment, tool, whatever needed, they will invest the money in that, and for that money is needed. So the Chola ruler spent all the wealth, and so it had depleted the treasury and make the kingdom weak. Clear? So this empire declined in 13th century. Clear? I hope you understand regarding the Cholas dynasty, how it came to an end. Now we will talk about cultural achievement of Chola. Clear? Now Chola were great temple builder. Clear? And they built most of the temple which was in Dravidian style. Clear? In which style? In Dravidian style. Okay? And the most famous temple was Brihadeshwar temple at Tanjavur. Clear? And this Brihadeshwar temple was the finest achievement of Chola architect. Clear? And this temple is now number 1 in the World Heritage Site. Clear about the temple? Now next we will move on to sculpture. Clear? Now the Chola was excellent in making image of God and goddesses. Clear? Now the image they made was either made of stone or bronze. Clear? Now children, I hope you all have seen an image of Lord Shiva, that is of Natraj, which is in dancing position, isn't it? And that Natraj was an important art of Chola. Clear about sculpture? Next we will discuss about language and literature. Now basically in the time of Chola period, what we have seen is that there was a growth of regional language. Clear? Like Tamil, Telugu and Kannada. Okay, and all the literature work, whatever was done, was been translated to the regional language. Clear about language and literature? Now the most important portion is the administration. When we talk about administration, we will see that each kingdom was divided into provinces. Now children, just listen it carefully and try to understand, okay? That each kingdom was divided into provinces, and these provinces were called mandalam. Clear? Now this mandalam was being looked after by the governor. Clear? Now each mandalam was divided into vala nadus. Clear? And each vala nadus consists of number of village, and each village was called nadu, and that was the lowest unit of administration. Clear? Now what we have seen is that there was a kingdom, and each kingdom was divided into provinces. That was called as mandalam. That provinces was called mandalam, which was been looked after by governor, and that mandalam was divided into vala nadus, and that vala nadus consists of numbers of village. Clear? And each village were called nadu. Clear? Which is the lowest unit of administration. Clear this administration? Now we will see village assembly. Okay, now village assembly were divided into two parts. Number one, Ur, that is U-R. Second is a Sabha. Now Ur consists of general assembly. Now Sabha, it consists of gathering of all male adult of village. Clear? Now out here, this two assembly has many subcommittee. Clear? For example, in your school, if we have any function or any competition, then what we will do? We will divide the student into group. Clear? So that each group were allotted different tasks to be performed. Right? So in the same way, these two assembly, that is Ur and Sabha, has many subcommittee who used to look after different works like repairing of water tank, maintenance of tanks, to check irrigation facility, and to see the measurement of land under cultivation. Clear? So all these works was being engaged or was being looked after by the subcommittee. Clear? As there was division of work, so that each section has got different work to be looked after. Clear about administration and about the assemblies. Now we will see about the agriculture. Clear? Now there was a great development in agriculture during Chola time period. First we will see that most of the area during Chola time period was brought under cultivation. Clear? That is the land which was not used for cultivation or the land which was barren land, it was made fit for cultivation. Clear? Now second point was that there was a growth of population which lead to the expand of agriculture. Clear? Now how first and second point are related? Now let's see. Okay, first point and second point, how it is related, correlated with each other. Now if population increase, then the crop cultivation has to be done more. Why? As more and more food has to be produced, and for that more facility was being provided so that they can improve their agriculture production, and as there will be increase in agriculture production, it will lead to improve in the produce more crops. Clear? So in this way it has led, the population has led to the increase in the crop cultivation. Clear? Now for all this, the king also used to donate money for improve the agriculture facility. Okay, now there was a king and big temple who were very rich during that time. They used to support the agriculture by constructing canal for irrigation. Clear? Now we out here also notice that there was a development and growth in craft. Clear? Which had led to the increase in trade throughout the Tamil region and also outside the South Indian region. Clear? As money which was been obtained through trade was also invested to improve the agriculture system. Clear, children? Now the last topic of our this chapter is new philosopher and Bhakti. Clear? Now during that time many religious sect rose during that time period, like Vasava, who founded Lingyata in 12th century. We also see that Sankaracharya, who preached Advaita philosophy. Clear? Now what do you mean by Advaita? Advaita means understanding and uniting with the universal soul through the attainment of knowledge. Clear? Now during that time there was many religious teacher was there who has preached the idea that, or who has taught that the personal devotion to Lord was only mean to salvation. Clear? So what do you understand by salvation? It means preservation from harm or from any loss. Clear? For that we have to personally devote ourselves to Lord. Clear? So this idea was being praised by the religious philosopher during that time. Clear? So what we can see is that due to all this teaching, the doctrine of bhakti or the complete devotion to Lord or to God became popular. Clear? So this is all about this chapter. So we have completed our chapter, children. So I hope you all have understood the chapter. So just go through the text thoroughly. Okay. Thank you.